Okay, good morning, everyone. Today we continue our discussion over Kafka technology. In the previous class, we talked about some fundamentals of Kafka, and today we get some hands-on experiences. We have to talk about Kafka in general. In generally speaking, is for managing messages that you might get from different platforms. We have talked about um, recommendation that you can get from Netflix, and the way that it works, basically, they have a Kafka that manage the information that you use from your um, Netflix account and just recommend uh, or use it for predicting how they can invest in future series and movies, which kind of movies or series they should support. Another one type of stream of data that I talked was stock market. And I said that people try to predict the stock price either next hour, next day. And the way that it works, they have a stream of stock data, the stock price. They have a stream of news, also might have other markets, and try to predict what happens with some certain stocks. Having said that, as one example, let's look at Six Flag stock value. This is Six Flag basically managing some amusement park in the United States. So, for example, they have a roller coaster that you can go and enjoy. Let's look at what happened in the last year. As you see, they lost too much of value, and it makes sense because of COVID, people are not interested to go to amusement park. Even many of them are shut down because of governmental bans. But look at the last week, suddenly jumped like from about $25 in 4 p.m. In the next day, 9 a.m., it got $32. $7 increase is like 30% increase in just one day, even more than 30%. So if you can predict, if you have some models that can predict in the 8 a.m. and you suddenly, let's say, spend $1 million in the stock price, in 2 hours you make $300,000, $300K in just 2 hours. Actually, many of the transaction in the stock market is through robots. What I mean, robots, they are basically some analytics over a stream of the data. So they use the stream of the data, not just from a stock value. Maybe they do text mining over news and try to predict what would the value of some certain stocks over the course of the time. So you see that you can make actually you can make money. If you cannot work in the United States so far, maybe you can do a stock prediction in your country. So the first approach, or the most important approach, is just making a platform that can handle a stream of the data, make them ready for your analytics. So having said that, today we get some hands-on experiences over the Kafka technology. By the way, have you heard of Franz Kafka? Is there anyone who heard about that name of this guy? No one. I assume you know this guy, but maybe don't remember now. Franz Kafka is one of the most famous novelists. I think he was from Germany. The developer of Kafka was inspired a lot about his writings, his novels, and also he think it's a very efficient way of writing messages. So he just named this technology after him. Any question from the previous sessions? So if there is no question, by the way, if if you have questions, you can use your Zoom text or just use your microphone and just call in the middle of my teaching. So for installing Kafka, for running the Kafka, you need to install it. First, you need to install the latest version of Java. If you already install Hadoop over your system, you don't have to, or you already satisfied that part. Otherwise, just download the Java Development Kit. Then, after installing, go to Apache Spark, this link. And the latest Kafka is 2.6, and just get with the Scala 2.13. Click on it and download the file. As you see, the file format is TGZ, so it's a zipped format. So you need to unzip it. So I just give you 10 minutes to, first of all, if you don't have Java, just install it over your system. Then download the latest version of Kafka. Then restart from there. You have 5 to 10 minutes to do these two parts. Again, if you already installed Hadoop in your system, you don't need to install Java. You already have the Java development kit. So you just download Kafka Apache, and we go from there.
Sir, can I have a question about this installation?
Go ahead.
Yeah. So do we have to install the Zookeeper for this Kafka, or just the Kafka?
We need to install Zookeeper, which I teach later. So today's session includes Zookeeper too.
Okay, thanks.
No. Just latest version of Kafka. Okay, so after downloading the Kafka Apache, for unzipping, you may need to install WinRAR. So basically, the format of the Apache Spark is .tgz. Just click on this link, copy and paste in your browser. Just get the latest version and download, click next, and install on your system. I give you a couple of minutes because WinRAR is pretty fast. Or I assume most of you already have WinRAR. Okay, so now if you already installed WinRAR, so we are good to go. I go to the download folder. Is mine, okay. Kafka, right click, extract to Kafka to whatever 2.13. Then go to your Kafka extracted folder. And these are the files within your extracted folder that you can use for running Kafka. So just right click, copy. Select all of them. Then if you want to just copy and paste my codes, go to your C drive, make a folder with the name of Kafka. So just right click, new folder, and rename it as Kafka. Within the Kafka folder, right click and paste your Kafka files. Now look at this line that I mentioned here. Under Kafka folder, make a data folder with these two names, Kafka and Zookeeper. So let's see what I do. Under C drive Kafka, I right click, new folder, and I rename it as data. Then under the data, new folder, Zookeeper that your friend just talked about, and also new Kafka. I'll give you 1 minute to reach me. Okay, so in the previous class, we talked about Kafka is a messaging platform. Oh, do you guys remember what was Zookeeper? Yeah. You're very right. Actually, it handles everything. It's like something like operating system that handles Hadoop, Spark, Kafka. It's just something just like a glue. And not only glue, it also manage them. If there is any issues, we said that basically Hadoop is basically fault tolerant, resilient, and all of them because of Zookeeper. Okay, so now under Kafka, go to the config folder and open these two files, zookeeper.properties and server.properties. So if you see, I go Kafka, then I go config. For the Zookeeper properties, right click, open with, and I just say open with Notepad. Look at data.dir. Data.dir is just a Zookeeper folder. We need to change it to this one. For this part, please type it, because in the previous class, I think it was a special character, or maybe I type in a different language, so they got an error actually. So for this one, just change it to C / Kafka data / Zookeeper. Actually, for Zookeeper, didn't give error. For the second one, we got an error. I'm not sure why it happened. It might be some font issue. So C Kafka data Zookeeper. So this is our Zookeeper folder. Just save it. Go to File menu and save. Now open server properties. Do you guys remember what was the another technical term for server in Kafka? So we call it also broker. Broker means server. C / Kafka data / Kafka. For this second one, don't copy and paste from PowerPoint. I'm going to fix the font issue, but you might get an error if you just copy and paste this address. But for the remaining, you can copy and paste. So yeah, that previous class was like a difficult because it doesn't say anything, and you just should check one by one. So I'm going to share your video with them later. And the last part, you need to change environment variable. Is there anyone who remember or knows what's the role of environment variable? So in environment variable, we change the path, and why we change the path. I didn't talk about it directly, but let's just open it for now. basically, let's say you want to run your Python, or for example, Python. Let me just open C command prompt. So Python is not in this address. It's not under C user ahadi dolat sara. But when I click Python, it works. So now I can say 1 + 1, it tell me 2. So basically, under environment variables, there is a path. Within path, you can just type the folder of each programs. So later in command prompt, you don't have to put the address. So you just put the program name and Python and your command prompt run it. So here, CMD. So on your search tab, just type env and click on edit the system environment variables. Within this one, click on environment variables and go to the path and click edit. Look at these addresses. For example, this is my Python address. So let me copy, paste here. Look at Python exe. So I copied this Python address on my browser, and I got the python.exe. So next time in command prompt, when I type Python, since this address is in my system, I don't have to type this. So I can also type /python exe. I run Python. So as you see, instead of typing this whole address, I can just put their address into path. Next time, when I just type Python, it just run it. So it just knows where is the address. So same for Kafka, you put in the C Kafka folder, but your Windows doesn't know where it is. So you go to the path and just add the last two address that I put. The first one is C Kafka bin Windows. The second one is for the file that you need to run in your Windows. Windows system32 WBM. Also, I put in the your PowerPoint, just put the exactly same address. Don't just be careful, don't make any typo. If you make any typo, you put the wrong address. When you run Kafka, your Windows cannot find the Kafka. Having said that, let me go to that Windows. So look at this address. Windows system32 WBM. And you should have this. Let me show you the file. wmic.exe. You need this file to run Kafka over Windows. So just go to this address on your systems. Be sure that you have it. If you don't have it, please Google it how you can copy and download and just put it in under your system32 WBEM folder. Questions? Let me see. but I tell you, I tell you how to let me search how to change the path in change path, change path, environment variable. So for you to access see something, right? And also it doesn't need to have Windows 10. Yeah. You just need to put the time. So for the Mac users, you don't have to put the second address. The second is for Windows users. Just find the address of Kafka on your system. Kafka being and let me see what we have here. Kafka. Okay, just put up to bin. Don't put so instead of putting this address, Kafka bin Windows, just put Kafka bin is enough, and you don't have to put the second address. I give you like a couple of minutes for Mac users to just reach us.
Hamid,
Yes.
can you talk about system 32 again?
Could you say again, please?
Can you talk about system 32 again? What we have to check in system
Okay,
32?
go to Windows, C, Windows, System 32. Is that W? Most likely you have it, but WBEM. Then you say if you have wmic.exe, so wmic.exe, this file. Most likely you already have it, but just in case you don't have a full version of Windows, you may not have it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, Kafka /bin. Yes. Okay, hopefully you're keeping the same speed that I have. Otherwise, I'm going to share the video later, so you can, if you have any error, random errors or issues, please watch the video later. So first, we need to run Zookeeper because everything runs over Zookeeper. So right-click, copy. For this part, you don't get any error. So, but for this address, which I said, just type by yourself. It was some random error. Okay. If you change your environment variable, you should open a new command prompt. Otherwise, you might get an error because changing environment variable would be applied for the next command prompt, not for the previous one. So right-click, paste the command, and now it should be running. So let me show you something. So it just said binding to the port 0002181. 2181, it's your Zookeeper port. If you're running other program on your system, that port might be busy and you might get an error. So if you get a port error, it's just might be there is another program running in the background that caused that error. So we have Zookeeper. Now we can run Kafka. So look at here. Already run the Zookeeper, but look at the second one, Kafka server start.bat. First of all, bat is a Windows command. If you are a Mac user, here, you should run Kafka server start.sh. sh is for Mac users, but under Windows folder, you have Kafka server start.bat. So these two commands, it's just bat is again for Windows, sh for Linux. So I don't have to put the complete address, same as Python. I just type Kafka server start bat because the folder associated to this file is already in my path, but config is not in my path. So I have to put the complete address for server.properties. Copy. Okay, I need to run new commands from. Okay, socket connection app established. So now we have both Kafka and Zookeeper running. Now we can create a new topic. So do you guys remember what was a topic? It's similar to we can assume similar to a table or just a location that you save the stream of your data. So next command is for creating a Kafka topic using Zookeeper that is on this port. I already said 2181 is the Zookeeper port. And with topic, the first topic, okay. My topic name is first topic. And look at here, I'm going to, probably I change it over your Moodle again, but we don't have any large dash. All of them should be double. Do you see before create, there's just one? just change it to double. So look at, so double negative before Zookeeper, double before topic, double before create, double before partitions, and double before replication. So if this negative sign is in the beginning of each command, it should be double. Within one command, you can have a single dash. So again, so we are using Zookeeper on this port with double negative sign topic. We create a topic. The name is first topic. So it's an arbitrary name. You can change the topic name. You can put my topic, whatever name you want. Double negative create, we create a partition. So we said we have number of partitions are 3. So as you see, similar to a hard drive, you can partition your table in different sections. And the replication factor is 1. Do you guys remember what is the replication factor? Yes. So for being resilient and fault tolerant, we need to have multiple copies of file. So in case one of the brokers it doesn't work, we get the partition from another broker. Here, the default broker is, oh, sorry, what happened? So default broker is 1. So we cannot have more than 1 replication. But later I talk about how to make more brokers, but let's just work with the default. So is the reason the replication factor here is 1, which is not useful, but let's just play with this one. Just copy. Again, be sure if this like negative sign or dash before any command, there should be double dash, not just 1. So look at here. When after create or enter, it just changed to 1, which is not right. It should be double. So CMD. Okay, it gives me an error. So let's see. Okay. So it didn't let me to copy completely. So let me just type it here. Create partitions 3 double negative replication 1 negative sign factor 1. Okay, it's just system is working. Let me see. Okay, the Zookeeper and Kafka server, both of them are fine. Okay, let me just use the second one, create the second topic. Command, Control C. Copy. Oh, the second one has an issue. It should be double negative. Let me copy again. Could you run on your system? Okay, you're not in that one. People over Zoom, I want to see, is this my own computer issue or you could able to run it? I'm getting time out. It just seems my server, I want to see if it's because of my computer is not capable or just, because today morning all of them work. Now my system is more busy. Is there anyone who could create a topic?
Yeah, I can.
So yeah, I mean, Puna with computers is much better than me, I guess. So he could create a topic. So let me try again. Okay, let me stop, run this again. So whenever you want to stop Kafka or Zookeeper, just go to their command prompt, Control-C, and asking, do you want to stop? Yes. Same for Zookeeper, Control+C. Okay, let me run it again. Another one could run it. So I assume my system is kind of slow. So let me go to the command prompt again. I'm running Zookeeper first, then Kafka. Kafka is started too, so let me create a topic. Oh, no, I got the issue. Okay, first topic is created. Sorry, I think I should update my system. So I create the first, by the way, I'm going to update this PowerPoint to avoid any font issue. So let's create the second topic. So this time I have my 6 partitions. So everything is same except for this time I have 6 partitions. Copy, paste here, replication factor 1. So let's see. Second topic is created. Okay, with this command, you can see all of the topics, list of the topics. So again, let's see, let's check here. Yep, there's another one. Put it double negative sign before Zookeeper in this, both of them. Yeah, for some reason, I think I have some font issue. It just changed so many of them. Later I'll convert to PDF, so it won't have any font issue. So select this command. Over your command prompt, right click, and you paste it. So I have first topic, second topics. Any questions so far? Similar to PySpark with the describe method, you can see the characteristics of your topic. So I want over the Zookeeper in this port, I want to look at first topic and see what is within that topic. So Control C. So as you see, it just said topic is first topic. It has 3 partitions. Replication factor is 1. So, and it just shows that it has partition 0, 1, 2. The broker ID for leader is 0 because we just have 1 broker. For replicas is 1, and for ISR is 1, 2. I put the command for deletion, but if you're a Windows user, please don't use it. There is a bug in the Kafka. So if you get a job later in the company, by the way, again, there is a font issue. Before Zookeeper, it should be double negative sign. So here I just change it again. There are too many. Even in the previous class, I had to stop the class because the font issue, we couldn't run some of the commands. Don't do it, but later, if you get to company, they run Kafka over a server, and almost all the servers are over Linux. So you can run it there. But if you run this command now, you should install your Kafka again. You cannot keep working with me. So, okay, the next one is producers. So do you guys remember what was a producer? It produced messages. It's just very intuitive name. So as you see, Kafka console producer. It just means we use the console or command prompt to produce some messages. Later, you can connect your Kafka to a Twitter or other streams, but here we just want to type by ourselves. Broker list, so we get the brokers on this port, and we produce and send it to the first topic. Okay, Kafka should be lowercase. So let me change this one. So your Kafka here was uppercase, change it to lowercase. Again, I'm sorry for the so many font issues. So just select, copy, paste here. Okay, look at now you can type your streams by yourself. So first one message is, this is first line. This is the second message. I love Kafka. Hopefully you don't type, I hate Kafka. So Kafka is for stream management. And again, with Control C, you can exit your service. For example, if I want to exit the producer, I think I put the command here. Yes, with Control C, you can exit. So let me press Control C. It's asking me, do you want to terminate the bad job? Y means yes, enter, and I exit. So you might remember we talked about acknowledgements. So either you send, you get confirmation from server, broker, or the replicas. So you want to be sure you don't miss anything. So with producer property command, you can also say X equal all, means acknowledgement from both leader and replica. So again, Kafka should be lowercase. So let me change it to lowercase here. The remaining sounds right. So let me just Control C. Again, now we have acknowledgement and for all of readers and replicas. Any questions so far? No? Okay. So now let's talk about consumers. So consumers basically connect to your topic and get your messages. So okay, there's a question. Let me see. One of your friends said it keeps saying Bootstrap broker disconnected. I mean, it might be because of your system. Just run Kafka and Zookeeper from beginning, because as you see, also I got error. My server didn't work. I have to run Zookeeper and Kafka again. Please do that and see if you get any error again or not. So basically, whenever we run the consumer, it can start reading your messages. Let me change the type, fix the typo. So Kafka should be lowercase here and here. Copy. Okay, let me open a new one. CMD. Then first I launched the consumer. As you see, there is nothing there because it doesn't go from beginning, it goes from now. So I need to open another command prompt. And paste the producer here. Now look at these two command prompts. In the producer, I'll just type here the first line of the produced message. Now I got it in the consumer part. So as you see, the first one was the consumer, the second one is producer. So again, I produce another, you can just play with that a little bit. So maybe I can say, this is another line of produced message. Now it's showing in the consumer part. I give you 1 minute to play with that, or some of your friends might have PC issues, so they had to run again and catch us. Again, let me. I will update this. Maybe I can put the commands into a notebook. I mean, in the basically Windows Note .txt file, because in TXT file there is no font issue, and I share all of the codes again over your Moodle today. So later when you want to run it, you don't get any font issue. There is no double negative sign issue or no lowercase uppercase issue. So later I send you the TXT file, which doesn't have any font issue. So hopefully no one gets any error. Okay, as you saw here, this consumer just got the new messages, but what if you want to get all of the messages from beginning? You can use this command, Kafka console consumer, And at the end, you put from beginning. So again, Kafka should be lowercase. So let me just make it in lowercase. Copy, make a new command prompt, paste here. So look at here. In the second production, which was here, I just put these 2 lines. Here is the first line of produce message. This is the end line of produce message. So this is these 2, but I already created 5 other lines. So with the from beginning method, you can get all of the messages from beginning. Another topic is consumer group. Basically, you can make a group of consumers. When you send a message or you want to consume it, each consumer within the group share the load. So maybe, we are sending like very small messages, but let's say billions or millions of messages. When you make a consumer group, each consumer take care of a part of it. So again, sorry, I should change the Kafka to a lowercase. Actually, today morning, before coming to class, I didn't have any font issue. When I save it, today, especially in the first class, we got a really big font error. I'm not sure what happened. So again, when I update this PowerPoint, I'm not sure when you download it, the font would be changed. But when I make a text file, there is no font issue. So hopefully you won't get any error. So look at here. Kafka console consumer, with the first topic, I make a group, and the name of the group is the first application. Again, the last item, the first application is arbitrary name. You can change it to the group application or my first group. Okay, let me type it 3 times in 3 command prompts. Oops. Then I go to where was my producer? Not this one. Okay, look at here. First, it's just showing the this consumer. Look at here. First, in the producer, I type first, but here first comes in one of the consumers. Now in the producer one, I type second. It goes here. Look at here. The first is in the first consumer. The second is here. Now I type third. It goes here. So they share all of the messages. So with the with the group, I just wanted to share the load of messages to all of my consumers. So I ran 3 consumers within a group. So within the first application is the group name. I have the first consumer here, second and third one is here. So here in the producer, I send these 3 lines. It's just shared among all of those consumers. Let's just close one of them. Maybe I close. If I want to close this consumer, just Ctrl C. It's asking me, do you want to terminate? Yes. Let me just close this one. Now, again, in the producer part, let's just type blue, red, yellow. Oh, okay, maybe this one is close to. Let me just type in red. Yeah, this one doesn't work. Let me just close this one again. Okay, I need to make 2 groups now. So command red, blue, green. So as you see, I type red, blue, and green. Now I close all of my previous consumer, and now I have 2 consumers. So I have 3 partitions. One of them took care of 2 of them, another one just 1. So when I type red, blue, green, blue comes here, but red and green comes here. It just means this consumer is taking care of 2 partitions. This one, just 1 partition. Yeah, randomly one of consumers take care of, 2 partitions from topic 1. Okay, let me fix the typo here. So with this command, I make a second consumer group, and I'm just saying get all of the messages from beginning. So you can make a new command prompt. So as you see now, I make a second consumer group, and I just said get all of the messages from beginning with this method. Now I stop this one with Ctrl C. Yes, and let's run it again. Also look at the producer. Where's the producer? It's not this one, maybe. Okay. So first, I make a consumer group with the name of the second application. When I said from beginning, it just took everything up to here, right? I close this consumer group and open it again. This time, when I said from beginning, doesn't show anything. The reason, you might remember we talked about offsetting. when you make a consumer, it just take care of the offset. So previously you got everything from beginning to the end. So, and the offset or index is in the last message. So when you run it again, it already got all of the previous messages, so it doesn't show the new one. Because I didn't put anything after that offset. But in the producer, this time I put pink. Now it's showing here. We'll just take care of the offset. So now when the new message comes, the consumer check it and get it back. So everything that, the reason I mean, open and close a consumer group, I just want to show how offsetting works. The first offset was 0. When I run this application or consumer group, it took everything from beginning to the end. Now the offset or index changed to the last message. When I run it again, although I said from beginning, it just gets from the, I mean, the beginning means the offset location. It doesn't mean the beginning of all the messages. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. It just keep it for 1 week. You can change the default. Maybe we have time later to show how to change the default. But by default, just keep them for 1 week. Let's stop the Kafka consumer group. Okay, so let's talk about again consumer groups. If you type this command, Kafka dash, let me see. I think it's okay, yeah. Kafka consumer groups. If you type it in the command prompt, let me just close this one. Yeah. It just shows which methods that you can use. So methods just shows with double negative sign and explain you what does each method do. But you can also go to Apache Kafka and get some examples and these definitions. But if you just put the command without method, it just shows how many available methods you have. For example, one of the methods that I want to use with Kafka consumer groups, I get the server from this port and listing all of the consumer groups that I have. So Ctrl+C. So let me show you if is that. Okay, list method. List all consumer groups. So these are all the consumer groups that I have. Now I want to see a description of my first consumer group, which the name was first application. So if you go here, you can see with the describe method, so double negative, describe the consumer group and list offset lag, number of messages not yet processed related to given group. Copy, paste. Okay, let me expand it. Okay. As you see, the first application, the topic of each partition is first topic, partition 0, 1, 2. In all of them, current offset is 7. We read all of the messages from these messages. So basically, long end offset, it just means the last offset that you have. Your current offset, again, offset means index. It's just 786. It means you read all of the messages. So if you read all of the messages and there is zero lag. And these are just consumer ID, host ID, and like current consumer or client ID. Again, this is the kind of advanced topic. So I put this is mostly for the people who are on this, who wants to do something further that they study. Also, I'm going to change the lecture that I created over Horton Sandbox because I did a lecture over Kafka Horton, and it just gave me so many errors and it was big headache. But this is like an open source Kafka Apache. So I'm going to change that video again, and I sent you some extra thing to do in Kafka. So we can, and later we get more advanced, we get to a Twitter part. So we attach Twitter to our Kafka. So if you think it gets too difficult or you're not interested, that's totally fine. But your first section, the first Kafka PowerPoint, was related to general topic, general description of Kafka. I'm going to give you a homework, which is very easy. You need to look at the lecture, and these are like multiple choice, open, like so you need to write something or like open sentences. And I posted tonight. You don't have that. You have like 2 or 3 days to make that assignment. It's a very easy one. You just type something, submit it, and that's it. So any question related to today's class or homework, assignments, or anything else? Also, for the next class, I want to spend big amount of time giving some advice for your project. So you can begin your project, show me your progress, or if you have any questions, just let me know and we can go in the next class. Otherwise, I might just do some extra thing in Kafka. Again, these sessions are kind of in the advanced level. If you think it's getting too difficult, or maybe you don't think in future you work with the advanced topic of Hadoop platform, that's totally fine. So maybe you don't need to spend that much of time in it. Okay. Any question from people over Zoom? So what I do from now, I copy and paste all of the commands in the Notepad, Windows text TXT file. So when you run it, you don't get any font issue, which I mean, you might heard from your previous friends your friends in the previous class that we have so many errors. So hopefully avoid it. Updating the PowerPoint, and I post an assignment for to do this week.
Hi, Hamid.
Yes.
Where can we submit a project introduction?
Okay. Let me check your Moodle. If I didn't create, I create after the class. So I create a section for you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So if there's no question, that's for today. And thank you very much. Sorry, today's session was a little long because it was I need to explain a lot and it was a complicated one. Thank you and have a great rest of the day.